My name is Ramia Fearington, and what you are about to see is my story, a true story, a story of land, of water, of survival, and of war. I came to Australia with a vision, a legal marijuana cultivation operation, built from nothing on land I legally own. I drilled the wells, I laid the irrigation lines, I built the greenhouses with my own hands. This was my life's work, my future, my legacy. The Australian outback is unforgiving. The sun beats down relentless. The red earth stretches for miles in every direction. But I saw beauty in it. I saw potential. I saw a place where I could build something real, something lasting. My cultivation operation grew. The plants thrived under the Australian sun. The water systems I installed fed them perfectly. Everything was working. Everything was growing. I was building my empire legally, properly, the right way. But powerful forces had other plans. The Venezuelan military arrived without warning. Helicopters first, circling my property like vultures. I heard them before I saw them. That deep rhythmic chopping of rotor blades cutting through the outback silence. Then the armored vehicles came rolling across the red desert, kicking up walls of dust that blocked out the sun. They wanted my land. They wanted my water rights. They thought they could just take it. I remember the moment I realized what was happening. Standing in my plantation, watching those helicopters on the horizon. My heart was pounding. My mind racing. I had a choice. Run and lose everything I had built. Or stand and fight for what was mine. I chose to fight. The first days were the hardest. They had numbers. They had equipment. They had firepower I could barely imagine. Tanks rolling through the desert, soldiers advancing in formation, the sound of their weapons echoing across the empty landscape. But I had something they didn't. I knew every inch of this land, every rock formation, every dry creek bed, every place to take cover, every angle of approach. This was my home, my territory. I set up defensive positions around my water tanks and my crops. I used the terrain to my advantage. I used strategy. I used every trick the land gave me. The outback became my weapon. The combat missions were intense. Real war, real danger. Every day brought new challenges. They would attack from the east at dawn. I would counter from the ridgeline. They would send helicopters. I would use the terrain for cover. Every engagement was a test of will and strategy. Day after day, they pushed. Day after day, I held my ground. The Australian outback became my fortress. The red earth, my ally. The heat, my advantage. They weren't used to it. They suffered in the sun while I thrived. There were moments I thought it was over. Moments when the smoke was so thick I couldn't see 10 feet in front of me. Moments when the sound of their helicopters was deafening. When the ground shook from their artillery. But I never stopped fighting. Not once. Not for a single moment. I fought for my water. I fought for my crops. I fought for my right to be here on my land, doing what I had every legal right to do. No one was going to take that from me. The war raged for weeks. Each day I grew stronger. Each day they grew weaker. Their supply lines stretched too thin across the vast Australian desert. Their forces unable to adapt to the terrain I knew like the back of my hand. And then the tide turned. One by one, their positions fell back. The helicopters retreated over the horizon. The armored vehicles turned around, leaving tracks in the red dust. The soldiers withdrew. The dust they left behind slowly settled across the battlefield. And I was still standing, victorious. My land, my water, my cultivation operation, all of it intact, all of it mine. I won that war, not because I was the strongest, not because I had the most weapons, but because no force on earth is more powerful than a man defending what is rightfully his. When you fight for your home, for your livelihood, for your future, you become unstoppable. Today, my marijuana grows safely under the Australian sun. My water systems flow clean and pure. My land stretches out before me, peaceful and protected. I earned this. Every acre, every drop of water, every plant. This is what I learned. When you fight for what's yours, when you refuse to surrender, when you stand your ground no matter the odds, victory is possible. Victory is inevitable. I am Ramia Fearington. This is my land, and no one will ever take it from me again.
We're coming in smooth, just 90 minutes out. Home sweet home, right on schedule. Nothing beats touching down at your own slice of paradise.
You know I gotta have it. Non-stop on that pussy, throw it back. Yeah, right back. She know I move them past, get it right back. I be trapping all night, gotta get that. She know she the one I like, yeah, I hit that. Let me hit it all night, can you take that? You might have to call out, they gon' have to work it out. I'ma keep getting bands on you, yeah. You love it when I throw my dance on you, yeah. I don't like to make no plans on you. Whatever I say, you know I stand on it. Shawty let her well, put my hands on her. Shawty got that water like Daytona. Yeah, girl, gonna flaunt it. Hey, we smoke on the marijuana. The way we smoke like we can't do without it. I'ma always keep it solid. Hey, yeah, Shawty tell me I'm a pilot. She gotta meet me at the top, it ain't no other option. Whoa, I leave her pussy like a water fountain. Yeah, the way I leave it running, she gon' need a towel. Whoa, she let me beat it every hour, every other hour. I know what we have is special, we never devour it. I got the recipe and you don't know about it. She messing me cause I don't keep the hoes without it. You know I gotta have it. Non-stop on that pussy, throw it back. Yeah, right back. She know I move them past, get it right back. I be trapping all night, gotta get that. She know she the one I like, yeah, I hit that. Let me hit it all night.